This is a video in Nairobi, Kenya, in 2006. It's a mission trip of Dr. James Choi. He's a medical missionary, and his specialty. This is a Maasai tribe member, and his specialty is helping people and treating the deaf in particular, but he does treat other conditions, and he helps in any way he can. This is some of the conditions in in Kenya, and this is a little remote area outside of the city, and look at the little houses that they live in. Believe me, you'd be happy to be in one of these with lions outside your door. So there's Dr. James with some children, and in Africa, in these remote areas, there's no electricity, there's no running water, and there's not very much, if any, medical attention, and it's a pretty rough life. These people don't have a lot of things, possessions, and these women are here to get treated, and they brought their children with them, and here's this more of them waiting to be treated. Again, there's no electricity in most of these places or running water, and so when it's nighttime, it's nighttime. It's pitch black outside, and people don't go out because there really are lions outside. And there's the children. They're happy and clean and smiling and curious about what's going to happen. And here's some people waiting to get treated. And Dr. James treats whoever comes to him at no cost. It's all just to show them God's love and to help them to have a better life and to ease their pain and to bring them the good news that God loves them. So here this is some workers outside, and some more people waiting inside to get treated. And many of these people came from far away when they heard that there was going to be someone coming to treat them. Here's a little food that they prepared for Dr. James. And they're very happy, they're very thankful, and they are very appreciative of this treatment that he's going to give them. The conditions are primitive, but the people are happy, and they very much need help. So again, as you see, the conditions are not they're clean. They're just they're poor conditions. It's a beautiful country, but it's also a very difficult country to live in. Either they're farmers or they are they have cattle, so it's either one or the other. And where there's cattle, there's lions. And so here's Dr. James going with his little night light there on his hat, visiting this woman. He visited people with AIDS, and here he is out in the countryside, and he visited all kinds of people, no matter what their condition. This is some of the things they are cooking their food here on a little coal stove. Here's some of the children gathered together, and there's Dr. James in the very middle, kind of towards the back, this hat on. And here's Dr. James again. He has his little light on his hat because it's pitch dark at night and there's no electricity, and he actually either slept in a little hut or in a tent. This woman brought her son to get treated. She's pointing to his ears. She heard that Dr. James could treat the deaf, so she brought her son to get treated. This man came to get treated. And there are more people here that are going to be treated in a minute. And he has Dr. James has his helpers here helping him with the needles. And here's Dr. James in the middle with the whole little group of villagers gathered around. Here's some children, some school children. And this little boy, he came to get treated. He has a deformity in his arm. Actually, some of the people that were treated came with deformities in their arms, and they were able to get some of the movement back in their arms. Their arms were like frozen or stiff. And they were, with his treatment, they were able to get some more movement back. So people brought their children. Adults came for their treatment for themselves. There's some really unusual sights here. As you see that this pet is like part of the family, has its own chair. So people walk barefooted a lot of places, and they can get their feet can get pretty beat up. They don't even have sandals or shoes sometimes. We take things for granted, but we have a lot of blessings, and not everyone has those blessings all over the world. This is some people in their native costumes, the Maasai tribe in Kenya. They're herders. There's some more Maasai tribes, and there are very few Maasai people that are a Christian. This is a person that came to see him with a bit of a deformity or a frozen arm, and he treated them, and they got some of the movement back in their hand. This little boy was treated for deafness in his ear, and he got his hearing back. And here is Dr. James with some of the Maasai tribal members who came for treatment. And as you see, they're dressed in very colorful costumes, and they're noted for that. And they also are noted for not just their costumes, but their dances. And so here they are outside of this little, in this community, outside of this little house and church, and the women are gathered here also they're gathered to get treated, and their costumes are beautifully colored. And here are the children running around and having fun waiting. The room is absolutely packed, and there was just more people to be treated by Dr. James practically than could be done, but he worked long hours treating everyone that came to him. He didn't want to turn anybody away. So there are some school children with Dr. James when he treats the people, and he also many times gives them food, school supplies, and different other things they need just to help them. Here's some more people waiting to get treated, and some more people here that are waiting to get treated. And again, they wait long time to get treated. And here is Dr. James. They're treating him to a little food before he leaves Kenya. And these are the people in the restaurant that he met. He went into the restaurant with some of his friends, and they asked if there was any deaf there, and all of these workers in the restaurant, all 10 of them, were deaf because the owner of the restaurant actually only hires deaf. So he treated all 10 people before he caught his plane and barely made it on his plane. He treated all of the people, and they all received their hearing back. And again, it could be, depending upon the person, they could receive a little bit of hearing back or a lot of hearing back. So it really depends. Everyone is different. So this is the workers at the restaurant getting treated for their hearing loss. And many people in Africa have hearing problems because of ear infections and lack of taking care of it when they get an infection. They either don't do anything, or they treat it too late. So it's a good idea these people, I mean, it's a good idea. Sanitary conditions are not always there, so they don't always know what to do with when they get sick. This is bread. He got bread to give to the different people in the villages, distribute to them, as well as many of these places they needed help, and he gave donations towards food and wells and school supplies and whatever they needed. He tried to help. When he goes on these trips, he does everything he can to try to help these people with whatever they need. And most of these trips, most of the trips, he funds himself from his own finances. And so if you'd like to help him or partner with him, we can give you the information on how you can and share in the blessing. Here he is with some of the people in the village that he was treating. And these are very remote areas. They're not the city. And the countryside is beautiful, but again, it's dangerous. And they don't have all of the luxuries of running water, electricity, or even decent roads. They have lions. There's lions all over the place, and it isn't just something that you hear stories about. It's true. They are lions. So they do have very difficult lives, these people. This is some of the missionaries that are there in Africa that he met up with, and this is some of the missionary areas. This is some of the Maasai tribe members who came for treatment. And again, look at their wonderfully beautiful, colorful costumes that they wear, their traditional garbs. Very beautiful. And they are herders. They are not, they do not farm, but they are herders. So they have cattle and other types of livestock, and that is their livelihood. So if anything happens to their animals, that's part of their livelihood. So they have to protect their animals from lions and from other conditions. So if you'd like to help with this work, with Dr. James' work here, it would be greatly appreciated. This is Dr. James and some of the ladies that came for treatment. And he's wearing the hat with the light on top. And again, if you'd like to help with this work, feel free to. We'll put the information up here, and you can partner with Dr. James and help these people have better lives and help them know about God's love for them. Thank you, and God bless you.